Hello and welcome back to Stormblessed Games. I'm Scott,
I'm Sheena.
and today we're going to be checking out Unsanctioned. This was the fourth set of the silver-bordered Magic the Gathering fun sets.
The unsets.
The unfun sets, yeah. That really wasn't intended to be a dad joke, but you know, I'm a dad, so it's natural. So let's get going. This set came out actually in 2020, so it's a little older, but I have evidently an inability to open these. But I never got a chance to play it. And as Sheena could tell you, I just love these silver bordered unsets. They are so much fun. I started playing actually Unglued back in 1998 was the first one I got, and I had kind of stepped away from Magic when Unhinged came out in, what did I say it was before, '04, but I got a few. But so this box contains supposedly everything you'll need to play. 5 30-card decks, 16, including 16 new cards. Stuff from Unhinged, Unstable, and Unglued.
With this box, how many people can play? Is it just for two?
According to this, it says it's for 2 players and takes about 30 minutes or so. There's going to be all these cool new unsanctioned lands, which I know go for a pretty penny on eBay and TCG Player. I'm kind of thinking, so it says 5 30-card decks with 16 new cards, combine 2 when you play. That's very similar to what they ended up doing with Jumpstart.
Oh, you combine 2 of the decks.
So you combine 2 of the decks, yeah. So with Jumpstart, there are 20-card packs, and you combine 2 of them to play. So this is very similar. But with Jumpstart, they're 40-card decks. These are 60-card decks. Let's get the light out of the way. So very cool. Looks like this is definitely a set you can, or a box you can put everything back into.
Yeah, that's nice.
See, we got
2 basic.
just a D6 and a D6. Nothing special about those. That's actually kind of unfortunate. Though the numbers on both are printed at an angle. So that's, at least, I don't know if I don't know. I play D&D. I don't think I want 6s or 1s sitting at me. So let's see. We have a pamphlet here. Let's see. Bach! Welcome, newcomer. I'll show you how things work around here. Trust me, you don't want to ruffle too many feathers. So, to fight in this ring, you'll need a team. Choose any 2 of the 30-card decks and shuffle them into a 2-colored super deck. Your opponent does the same and set the unused decks aside. So it looks like they're 1 of each color, perhaps? That would, well, let's see. We have black, green, bingo, red, blue, and white. Yeah, so yeah, there you go. Has the tokens, the lands. What is this? The half deck lists and whatnot. So that's interesting. Or not interesting. Well, it is interesting. I meant to say cool. If I could use my words, that would be helpful. Okay, so these are the pretty lands. Let's take a look at these. I know Sheena and I definitely have a thing for beautiful lands. What?
Yep.
An acorn stash? That's hilarious.
That almost looks like Pokemon.
You're right, it really does. Or it looks like a Hulk smash on an acorn, really, too. A giant teddy bear token.
Interesting.
That is a mad teddy bear.
Oh, I guess I meant to say cool.
Cool. And I know I'm going through these backwards. So is that what all these things are? Okay. Squirrel tokens. I don't know why squirrels were such a huge thing, but I think the squirrels first came out in probably in the first Unglued, and I think they finally, after it took them almost 20 years to make it into the main the main Magic set. Beeble. I don't know what a Beeble is. As much as I love the unsets, I don't get to play very often.
So it looks like they're the same both sides.
Yeah, so they're not random. Which is interesting. Look at that gold dragon. And it has, what is that, D&D stuff behind it? That's awesome. So this is a D&D dragon, which is funny considering the next Magic set is a D&D set. So Beeble and a dragon.
Oh, another Beeble. Interesting.
I guess this set produces a lot, maybe? Okay, let's look at these beautiful foil lands. Ooh. Wow, that's not the kind of foil I was expecting. This is almost, it's a rainbow foil, but the way the rainbow goes off of the gold on here is almost cold foil-esque.
Well, that's bending too.
Well, yeah, that's the foiling process. Look at that. So we got some Pringles, but that's pretty much, you know, par for the course with Magic recently. So, Island.
These are really neat.
Yeah, Gina's over there picking them up and looking too. Look at this swamp.
He shows you guys the cards, but doesn't bother to show me.
Well, I figured you're going to have more time to watch these than, well, I guess our friends here on the internet can rewind. But there you go. Okay, and so here they are. Those are really cool.
The forest one's really
The
cool.
unsets have always had like the best art for the best land. I've always loved them. Okay, so let's see what we have in black. And again, none of this, you know, as anyone who knows much about Magic, the silver borders are not legal for standard play or for tournaments or anything. They're just all about fun and meta play and whatnot. But it's a lots of fun. So a Cornelia, fashionable filter. Let's see, whenever you cast a spell with a squirrel in its art, you get an acorn counter. And I don't know if you can see this. There's a little acorn right there. That's pretty cool. And you pay X acorns, and that's really kind of funny. That's one thing I've liked about the unsets is that they enter the dungeon. Players play a Magic subgame under the table, starting at 5 life, using their libraries as their decks. So yeah, they make games inside of games. But that's one of the things. It's like this really is kind of just irreverent. Make fun of, you know, where Magic gets to make fun of itself. Infernal Spawn of Evil. It's a creature. I'm not a demon. I'm a beast. And oh my goodness, look at that casting cost for Flyer First Strike. But just look at the squirrel art. There's a squirrel just having a hot cup of cocoa. That's awesome. So reveal Infernal Spawn of Evil from your hand. Say, it's coming! Infernal Spawn of Evil deals 1 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. That's hilarious. Infernal Spawn of Evil. Look at that. Black's best dad. That is hilarious. Oh, and look what's in the bottle. Another hot chocolate and marshmallow. That's hilarious. Oh, and it's but this one's not a beast child. That's a demon child. So you see how they're playing on it. Infernius Spawnington III Esquire. And he's now a scratched out. It's not a demon beast grandchild. He's a beast demon grandchild. Yeah,
I feel like
10 in
almost
black.
a Bill and Ted reference.
Almost, right? And one could only hope. A Jack in the Mox. 0 casting cost, roll a 6-sided die, and then I guess depending on what you get, that's really cool. Interesting Mox. Oh yes, the two-sided cards, or the two. Where is he? They're half. Maybe he's in here. Oh, bat something that comes from the what was the last one? There's everything's
Unhinged.
unhinged. No, it wasn't unhinged. It wasn't glued. It was unstable.
Unstable, yeah.
Yeah, those ones came out of unstable. Augment. A booster tutor. Open a sealed magic booster, reveal the cards, and put one of them into your hand. That's cool. Dirty Rat. Lots of reprint. Destroy target creature with reminder text. What does it say? Will players understand that the creature is being crushed by the parentheses? Not a chance. Hoisted Hireling. Inhumaniac. Jumbo Imp. That is a lot of text on there. Poultrygeist. Poultrygeist. It's a bird spirit. A skull saucer is a zombie head. No body is ready for this kind of power. Snickering squirrel. Stinging scorpion. Ooh, land underdome. In that battleground of a ring, the rules aren't nearly so black and white. Only to pay silver bordered costs. Yeah, so that was something else too, is that you can mix the silver bordered with the black bordered and the white bordered cards. So are these all the same? Probably. Okay, so there's the black. You know, I can't say I've actually gone out looking for it, but I don't remember ever seeing any, especially the bigger channels. No one ever did an unsanctioned opening. So it's always fun to do that. These things like that makes you feel like there's something on there, but well, that looks like a fly, which in the South it's fly season, so kind of makes you. So Bingo. Whenever a player casts a spell and put a chip counter on it, on its converted mana cost, Bingo gets +9/+9 for each set of 3 numbers in a row with chip counters. That's funny. Ooh, an old frame, old fogey. So I wonder if that comes from the older set then. Ooh, phasing. Yeah, I love some phasing.
Yeah.
As I've talked about before. Well, probably not to our friends out here, but to you for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Snow-covered planeswalk. Right? There are so many things on here that's just crazy. An old fogey. I love that name. Pippa, Duchess of Dice. Squirrel Farm. Surgeon General Scratched Out Commander. It's a legendary creature, a wombat bat chameleon. Wombat bat. Whenever you augment, enchant, or mutate a creature you control, draw a card. Ooh, and tap for one of the 5 colors of mana. That's neat. Timmy, Power Gamer. That's does that not look almost like Rudy from Alpha Investments? Or take a look at that.
Yeah.
Kind of. Shopping there at Timmy's Emporium. All right, so this is quite the card. I've never seen the cards like this, usually you see the 2 cards and whatnot, but this one has 4 different cards. These usually have a play on the words too. So who, what, when, where, why. That's hilarious. Bronze calendar. Or it says calendar, but I think it's supposed to be a colander.
Oh.
Which is hilarious. Elvish impersonators. I think that's on a reprint, I think. Entirely normal armchair. Which is pretty much what every morph creature in D&D wants you to think before it eats you. Free range chicken. Growth spurt. He's breaking out of the frame. half squirrel, half, like this. Half squirrel, half kangaroo.
Oh, yeah.
Mother kangaroo. Those were always fun. I really like that set. Slaying mantis. Like his ability is just a second. As long as the spell is on the stack, players can't move cards on the battlefield. Spirit of the season. That's awesome. Wild crocodile. Oh, another underdome. And then I really do like a lot of the forests they do. They're so pretty. Such beautiful art.
Yeah.
And Mark Poole usually does such a great job on his art. Let's see. Let's open up some red. And Blast from the Past, which I guess is the point of this whole set. Madness, Cycling, Kicker, Flashback, Buyback. That's crazy. Boom Stacker. Wait, what was this? As Boomstacker enters the battlefield, whenever it attacks, stack 2 dice on top of it. All dice must be stacked vertically, one on top of another. Boomstacker gets +1/+1 for each die in its stack. Boomstacker attacks each combat if able. When the stack falls, sacrifice Boomstacker. Which, considering you have to have him on it while you tap him, they're not going to get him too high. Infinity Elemental. Ooh, I've got a mythic. I don't know. Does rarity matter in a set that's pre-constructed? I don't know.
No idea.
But I do like this art. It's an Infinity Elemental in... Well, I know the art doesn't go all the way back, but supposedly that would just keep going into... The creature has infinite power. It's so infinite that its flavor text says it's so infinite that its flavor... It just goes on and on. That's hilarious. Infinity 5 creature. So don't let it hit you. Pointy Finger of Doom. That's hilarious. Stet Draconic Proofreader. A Dragon Bureaucrat. Nice. Strategy Schmategy. Is that the Wheel of Fortune? That's hilarious. I love how they bring all the images from yesteryear with Magic coming back. Yet another Aether Vortex. That's hilarious. All those creatures. Abstract Iguana art. There's a common iguana. Goblin Haberdasher. Goblin SWAT. Say Goblin SWAT team. Put a 1/1 counter on Goblin SWAT team unless an opponent swats the table within 5 seconds. They refer to their methods as special SWAT tactics, and no one has lived to correct them. A Goblin Tutor. Nice. Krark's Other Thumb. Krark was the kind of goblin who'd lose his thumb in a wager and come right back with double or nothing. Painiac. He's a painiac. Scissors Lizard. 6 E-Beast. Super Duper Death Ray. Underdome. And let's see these mountains. Ooh. Love some mountains.
It's interesting that the lands are all exactly the same. There's not like a variety of lands or anything like that. It's just one land printed.
Just the single one, yeah. Alexander Clamilton. And he's using a water gun. That's hilarious. Avatar of Me. Just like how impressed with himself that guy is coming into. Avatar of Me is the color of your eyes. Avatar of Me's power is equal to your height in feet, and its toughness is equal to your American shoe size, round to the nearest half.
I feel like that's a very unfair card, considering you're a giant.
So just because, well, my height in feet is 6. Round to the nearest half, so that would be 6.5. I'm almost 6.5 anyway. 6'5". So shoe size 14. So what, you don't want a 6.5, 14 creature? Oh, legendary planeswalker Bob. I hadn't seen one of these before. Bob, Bevy of Beebles. As Bob, Bevy of Beebles enters the battlefield, create 4 1/1 blue Beeble creature tokens. The number of loyalty counters on Bob is equal to the number of Beebles you control. It's +1 up to X target Beebles can't be blocked. Whereas X is the number of cards in your hand, -1 draw a card. And I like how its loyalty counter is a star. That's pretty funny. Chicken a la King. Johnny Combo Player. Is that supposed to be one of the pros? Maybe. I don't ever know any of the pros. Richard Garfield, PhD. He's the creator of the game. And ye he doth spake, let there be magic. Water gun balloon game. Look at the art on that. It's just hilarious. Carnivorous death parrot. That is actually a very bloody magic card. Cheaty face. If it Cheaty face is in your hand, you may sneak Cheaty face onto the battlefield. If an opponent catches you right away, that player may exile Cheaty face. Common courtesy. Magic word. Merman. Rings a bell. Rock lobster. Timeout. This is that one. That one actually is an upside down card. Topsy turvy. So the phases of each player's turn are reversed. Ending phases are in reverse order: ending, post-combat, main, combat, pre-combat, main, and beginning.
Oh.
As long as there are more than 2 players in the game, the turn order is reversed. So this one's really only playable with 3 players? Here on going is heck the what? That sounds like an absolutely ridiculous card to play. Wall of Fortune. Undertone. Doesn't see these islands. Oh, look, it's a squirrel island. That's hilarious. Here, I know you want to see it. Okay, and our last color. There you go. White. Flavor Judge. Frankie Peanuts. He's an elephant. Look at me, I'm R&D. I think that's actually how they do the when the R&D does their first passes and whatnot on that. They print them out like this. At least from what I've seen online. That's hilarious. Look at me, I'm the DCI. Ban a card other than a basic land for the rest of the match. Staying power.
This one card, another one, that would be good for like that one that is equal to your height and your shoe size.
Oh, Sword of Dungeons and Dragons. It's another D&D reference. I just find it hilarious that all the D&D references, when we're finally opening it, and the next set's D&D.
It must have been like foreshadowing.
Yeah, possibly. Circadian Night Owl. Nightlife Link. Adorable Kitten. AWOL. Oh, so I like how he's his picture's cut out and you see the back of the magic card. It's, have you seen me on the milk carton? Exile target attacking creature, then remove it from the game, then put it into the absolutely removed from the freaking game forever zone. MC. Go to jail. Humming. Knight of the Hokey Pokey. I remember that from one of the original sets. Always love that card. Just, if for no other reason than just the flavor of it. I just always thought it was hilarious. Old Guard, Ordinary Pony, Paper Tiger, Strutting Turkey, Underdome. Look at that planes. Yeah, that Night Under the Hokey Pokey, that actually reminds me, I actually did play a, I think my first experience with with drafting was actually an unset, which was absolutely crazy in an LGS.
Oh yeah, I bet. That would definitely be an interesting experience.
Okay, so final thoughts on the set. It's a little frustrating that there's only 16 evidently brand new cards in the entire box, but it did introduce the concept for Jumpstart, and in an unset, and I don't know. I think it has a lot of possibility. There's a lot of potential there. We'll have to try it out and see how it goes. But do you have any final thoughts?
No, I think it looks like it could be really, really fun. A fun set to play. There's not really much for me to say, and just because we haven't really played a lot of Magic recently, and we haven't played anything unsanctioned since like 2017, or any of the unsets.
Well, probably 2018, but yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, but for the most part, I think it looks like it could be really fun, and we'll have to sit down and play it.
And we will. I don't know if we'll do this one or something else. You guys can comment if you want us to try this out in a play video. But play videos, we're discussing it now, but they are coming soon. And do you want to hand me that box? And I'll show them what the first one we're going to do is. Just as a preview. This will be the first one we do an actual play video of. And it'll probably be a multi-part video series, I think. So, No Thank You Evil coming soon. Well, I want to thank you guys. Thanks for coming.
Be blessed.